Good evening, everybody. My name is Kyle, and I am Gavin's brother, and I am so happy to be here today. I'm so honored to be your best man. That being said, when you asked me to be your best man, I know I'd be giving a speech here. I got a little nervous to be speaking in front of 500 people tonight, and especially after 2 years only speaking in front of the ring bearer and the flower girl, who I don't think really listened to me, and they never laughed at a joke. It was a little nerve-wracking. But looking around here today, I realized that was Gavin's math in full effect. And for those of you that aren't really aware of that yet, the number seems a little high, divided by 3. If it seems a little bit low, like your handicap you were talking about yesterday, multiply it by 3. So, Gavin's math is a rule of 3s. But that being said, I couldn't be more happy to be here tonight, celebrating me too, and everything you guys are. And I also want to thank Mark and Ann. This is an absolutely beautiful evening. You've raised an incredible daughter, and against your better judgment. Perhaps against your better judgment, give your blessing for my brother to marry her. You treat us like your family from the very beginning, and I'm just sorry it took Gavin so long to finally make it official. I love you guys, and thank you for everything you've done. And sticking with the Dawsons, yesterday down at the rehearsal on the beach, Andrew came up to me and was just saying how much he loves Sabrina, but that part of him always really wanted to have a brother as well, and how excited he was that he was going to be getting 2. And as I was sort of processing all that, which is a lot, and there's a pretty big age gap between Andrew and I, where I don't think he wants to hear about my home renovation projects. I can't do any of his TikTok dances. I was just trying to process what to say back because it was so powerful. And he sort of interrupted me and he's like, hey, if during your toast tomorrow night, perhaps you could mention that I'm single. I think that'd be really I told him I'd try my best. And of course, Mom and Dad, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for an amazing rehearsal dinner last night. And thank you for raising such a amazing young man. Just handsome, successful, athletic, entrepreneurial. You guys did an incredible job raising and bringing up such a great kid. Thank you for also having Gavin. I owe that guy $20 now. Sabrina, you're an absolutely beautiful bride, and I'm so lucky now to call you my sister-in-law. It's been so special getting to know you over the last 60+ years. You're an amazing person. My brother is so lucky to have you. And I remember when you guys got engaged, you called us and told Annabelle, the flower girl, that Sabrina was your aunt, and she just instantly burst into tears. Nothing against aunts, but just how special your relationship is with her, and how much she loves you, and how great both our kids. And they're so lucky to have you, and so is Gavin. And I will make sure to remind them of that every single day. And before we get to the main event of any best man speech to the group, I know that Gavin would be deeply upset and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Axe Surf School is Nantucket's most personal surfing experience in Ireland. Owned by a local surfer who was born and raised in the beaches of Nantucket, Axe Surf provides its students with a true Nantucket surfing adventure. And for a limited time only, when you book your next surf lesson at axsurfschool.com and use the code BESTMAN at checkout, a 50% gratuity will automatically be added to your order. Again, that's BESTMAN for 50% premium on your next surf lesson. And for the record, Gavin, that ad read was your wedding present. No free ads. Yeah, the fun part about being the older brother, especially when it's a margin of 6 years, is that I have complete and total recall of your entire life. Save for maybe a couple years there when I was turning 21 and you were learning to drive, there's a lot of directions I can take this speech. And because of that, I got you another gift. I don't know if Pepto-Bismol is any match for your legendary stress-induced IBS, but I don't want to take any chances here. TMI, sorry. So I wasn't sure exactly where to go in terms of how to pump your tires or how to make you blush, but there are a few things I knew that you wouldn't forgive me of if I didn't mention your childhood polo modeling career, or how you scored the game-winning triple overtime goal in lacrosse against the Bainerd Junior High School, or how to this day you still hold the record in Nantucket ice hockey for most concussions in a single shift. But being a good older brother, I couldn't just list out your highlight reel without a blooper or two. And was sort of thinking about it and realized that you might be the only person on the entire planet that when they heard the song Crank That by Soulja Boy Tell 'Em, stopped and thought, this will be my entire personality. So I'm glad you go through that. But the more time I spent thinking about today, and thinking about us as brothers, there was one thing I realized that really hit home the most, and that despite our age gap, and despite the fact that even your golden heels today, you're about 5'4", I never think of or refer to you as my little brother. Because besides the height and the age, there's nothing little about you. Everything you do is big. The way you light up a room when you walk into it, the way you raise up everything and everybody around you, the way you approach life, your relationships, your ambition, it's big. And even beyond that, when life gets a little bit scary and things get tough and you feel like you're kind of just white knuckling a little bit to get through everything, I can't think of anyone I'd rather have in my corner than my big brother. I love you a lot. It was about just over 7 years ago that I had you in my corner as my best man at my wedding. I remember standing out there, waiting for the girl of my dreams to come down the aisle. And Gavin just sort of touched my arm and got my attention. I leaned down to hear what he had to say before one of the biggest moments of my entire life. He just looked at me and said, Johnny Boychuk just got traded to the New York Islanders. I don't have any hockey transactions to share with you, but if there's one thing I could share with you that I've learned, is that marriage isn't hard. Everyone comes up and wishes you good luck and, all those sort of things before your big day, but marriage really isn't hard. When you've found not just the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, but the person you can't live your life without, and you get to spend your entire life doing that with them, it just makes life that much sweeter and that much better. And life can be hard. There's gonna be highs and lows, and you guys know that, you've seen that. And there's peaks and there's valleys. But those peaks are just a little bit higher when you've got your soulmate with you. And those valleys are just that much easier to navigate when the person you love is by your side. I'm so happy that you guys have that and to experience that and to can do that. And I'm incredibly proud of all of you. And before I wrap this up, there is a certain expectation that an older brother would give to his big brother on his wedding day, some shared wisdoms of life, some things learned from different experiences. And what better platform than to do that with a hot mic and a best man speech than to give unsolicited advice. But when I look at you two and everything you built, everything you've been through, everything you've accomplished, everything you experienced, everything you persevered through, like running the #1 TripAdvisor restaurant through the whole pandemic. To give you guys advice just feels silly. All I can do is give you guys encouragement to keep doing everything you do, to keep loving each other, to keep communicating, to keep raising up everyone around you. Because the sky's the limit for you too, and I'm so happy to see where it goes. I love you guys. Yes, sir, Mr. Gavin Norton.
Thank you, Kyle.